Matilda and the Magic of Mind. In a world where most things were quite ordinary, lived a girl named Matilda. She wasn't ordinary at all. Her mind was a whirlwind of words and wonderful ideas, and her greatest joy was to read, devouring books faster than anyone could imagine. But Matilda's parents, Silas and Mildred Wormwood, were far from extraordinary. They were loud and mean, caring little for books or brains. Mildred was always glued to the television, while Silas only cared about his shady business. Silas Wormwood was a car salesman, but not a very honest one. He'd sell old, rusty cars as if they were brand new, always with a slick smile and a glint in his eye, ready to trick anyone who came his way. Matilda, though small, had a big spirit. When her parents were particularly horrid, she found clever ways to get her own back. One day, she decided to give Silas a little surprise for his hair tonic. The next morning, Silas emerged with hair that was a shocking shade of bright green. Mildred stared, aghast, as Silas sputtered in disbelief, his usual slickness completely gone. Matilda, though hidden, couldn't help but smile. Finally, the day came for Matilda to go to school. She walked towards the old building, her heart fluttering with hope for new adventures and, most of all, new books. The world felt a little brighter. Inside, she met her teacher, Miss Alara Honey, a kind woman with a gentle smile. Miss Alara Honey immediately saw the spark in Matilda's eyes and recognized her extraordinary intelligence, a warmth Matilda had rarely known. But the school also held a dark shadow, the terrifying headmistress, Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull. She was a cruel and imposing woman who ruled the school with an iron fist, her presence making every child tremble. One day, Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull was particularly mean to a student, and Matilda felt a strange surge of power within her. A feeling she had never experienced before, a tingling energy in her fingertips. In a moment of pure frustration and a flash of this new power, Matilda focused. A glass of water on Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull's desk suddenly tilted, spilling its contents right onto the headmistress, who gasped in shock. Later, Miss Alara Honey took Matilda aside, her voice soft with sadness. She revealed that Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull was her cruel aunt, who had stolen her inheritance and forced her into poverty. Matilda, now understanding the depth of Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull's wickedness, knew she had to help. She decided to use her newfound powers for good, to scare the tyrannical headmistress away for good. The next day, as Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull stood in front of the class, chalk began to move on its own, writing a terrifying message on the blackboard, as if by a ghostly hand. Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull shrieked in terror. Utterly terrified, Miss Wilhelmina Trunchbull fled the school, never to be seen again. With her gone, Miss Alara Honey finally got her house and her rightful fortune back. A huge weight lifted from her shoulders. And so, Miss Alara Honey adopted Matilda, giving her the loving home she had always deserved. Matilda's intelligence was cherished, her spirit nurtured, and she finally had a family who understood the magic of her mind.